My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. We're literally just like, what, 10, 20 subs away from 120,000 subscribers. Hit subscribe. Check out my live streams. They are epic. Trump today, this is a quote, and I'm going to give you the quote in context because the frothing at the mouth Trump haters who have zero immigration plan, who don't care about citizenship for dreamers, who don't care about an actual immigration bill. They just focus on bad words and offensive tweets and really horrible, divisive rhetoric. The Caravans are a disgrace to the Democratic Party. Change the immigration laws now. You need a change to immigration laws. You need negotiation. You need an ever-dwindling, or a Democratic Party with dwindling political power. Their power is decreasing exponentially every single second. On November 6, 2018, be here on this channel. We are going to have a party. Because I've been telling everyone since 2015, but since May of 2018, I was saying on RT's Crosstalk, I stated this. This is on my, you can see the episode on my pinned tweet, at H.A. Goodman Author on Twitter. I stated this with Peter Lavelle on television, on RT's Crosstalk. I wrote a Daily Caller article on this, and I pitched it as Republicans will keep control of the House, but the article title is Why Republicans Might Keep Control, and I explain that they will within the article. But every single day on this channel, on social media, I'm predicting, and I've been saying, don't believe the polls. The polls are completely media-driven, and they're not accurate for a number of reasons, but don't believe the pundits, don't believe the pollsters, don't believe all the people saying that Democrats will have a blue wave. That's a bunch of nonsense. The Republicans will keep control of the House and gain in the Senate, primarily because of issues like this. You have a caravan coming to the country from Honduras, Central America. It's what, already hit Mexico. 3,000 people. God bless them. I don't view them in a negative light. If anything, I want dreamers to become citizens. Now, dreamers are different from the caravan. Fine. Completely different story. But Trump offers dreamers path to citizenship. Wants other... Okay, this is Reuters. Trump offers dreamers a path to citizenship. Washington Post. Trump supports a path to citizenship for 1.8 million dreamers. Okay, Trump proposes a path to citizenship for 1.8 million undocumented youths. Trump says he is open. That's the Guardian. Before that was the Washington Post. New York Times. Trump says he is open to a path to citizenship for dreamers. He wants a wall. You're not going to have caravans if there's a wall. You're definitely not going to have as much. It's going to impede the flow. Might not stop it or prevent it completely, but it'll impede the flow of drugs, narcotics, trafficking, illegal activity at the border. Okay, he wants his wall. In addition, this was what, in beginning of 2018, Democrats had a lot more political power. They're not going to have that leverage anymore when they lose the House. Well, when they fail to take the House back, and they lose even more seats in the Senate. Democrats, complete failures at politics, yet you're supposed to fall in line with them. They're the ones. You can say whatever you'd like about Trump. 30% of Latinos, 30% of Asian voters, 30% of Jewish voters, 8%, could be now 15 or 16% of black voters eventually will vote for Trump. The Democratic Party is essentially done as a political organization. We just have to wait until, they can fall into the dustbin or ash heap of history if they want to. The only way they can actually rebound is to ensure that Hillary Clinton is indicted for the crime that she committed, where there's evidence of her crimes, whether it's the Espionage Act or RICO laws that Rudy Giuliani was talking about, or I wrote a Daily Caller article on campaign finance violations. Sorry, can't really funnel millions of dollars through a law firm to pay for a dossier which then causes BuzzFeed and Carter Page to sue the DNC. Ain't gonna work that way. That is a campaign finance violation. Paying Stormy for something that happened 10 years ago is not a campaign finance violation. We know that from Bradley Smith, former FEC chairman. But you had a chance to get citizenship for almost 2 million young people. Democrats had that chance. They said, no, you're not going to get your wall. Now he's going to get his wall. Democrats might not get the citizenship for their constituents, or their alleged. Right now, they're losing the support of the people they claim to protect. Abolishing ICE isn't going to give anyone citizenship. That's a smokescreen. Obama deported 2.5 million human beings using ICE. But now, Republicans are going to lose. They're going to lose miserably in midterms. Republicans are going to keep control of the House and gain in the Senate. And what are you going to be left with? You're going to be left with, look at this. New York Magazine, 2016, January 29th, by Eric Levitz, report. This is New York Magazine. I'm in great standing with YouTube always because I read from liberal sources. You can read from the Washington Post and New York Magazine and prove your point. The Democratic Party can easily be refuted, or the Democratic Party talking points can easily be refuted by a simple Google search of what people consider extremely reputable sources like New York Magazine. Report, January 29th, 2016, by Eric Levitz. Obama administration handed child migrants over to human traffickers. Could you imagine if that was Trump? The United States government placed an unknown number of Central American migrant children into the custody of human traffickers after neglecting to run the most basic checks on these so-called caregivers. This is a report. It is below in the description. This is a report from New York Magazine. So tell me again how President Trump's comments on the Caravan are disgusting. Tell me again how they're horrible. I already listed Washington Post, New York Times, all of these. He already offered citizenship. So don't say that, oh my God, it's an abomination. You see like Kathy Griffin and a whole bunch of people like, just not just Kathy Griffin, there's a whole bunch of people who on the left and activists on the left and like, Hollywood. It's like, do they read? You can go ahead, read New York Magazine. You can read Obama deported 2.5 million people. He was called by La Raza the deporter-in-chief. So how is he a fascist, but Obama isn't a fascist? If you're calling Trump a fascist, but not Obama a fascist, then you really either A, don't know the meaning of the word, which you don't if you're calling Trump a fascist, B, you're just purely partisan and you don't really care. You just want to hate Trump, hate Trump, hate Trump. That thing going on, which is hilarious. That's hilarious. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. He called the Caravan a disgrace to Democrats. It is. And it's a disgrace because people around the world aren't given what's really going on. They're not given the accurate. The reality is that Democrats are waiting for what they deem to be political power to passively do something to advance citizenship for millions of undocumented immigrants. In the meantime, Trump is amassing political power, as he should. You can't just fabricate a Trump-Russia hoax and then expect to eventually win on that. Okay, liberals aren't motivated by fear of Russia. So any Democratic strategist that said that was a good thing is an idiot. But you're not going to gain power by doubling down on the same failed tactics of 2015 that led to Trump's presidency, which is what they've done for 2 years. 2 years they wasted. Now they're going to be in a weaker position to bargain for the citizenship they promised their constituents. This is about citizenship, and it's about protecting the border. Trump's going to protect the border, whether Democrats like it or not. He's going to gain in the House, or no, sorry, he's going to keep the House. There's like a 2%, 3% chance that Republicans gain. With the Democratic Party today, who knows? It'll be the fourth time in history that the House doesn't change hands. But Republicans will keep the House, and Democrats might get 10 or 15. They won't get 23. Could be close, could be just a horrendous day for Democrats. Either way, it'll be a horrendous day. They won't gain the House. Republicans will keep the House. And gain in the Senate. And you're going to have a caravan that helped Republicans tremendously, because their caravan of human beings coming from Honduras to Central America is yet another wake-up call that Democrats don't care about citizenship. They don't care about a deal with Trump. They don't care about negotiating. They don't care about the New York Magazine, the Senate report regarding Obama's behavior. They don't care about the 2.5 million people ICE helped deport under Obama. They care only about vapid talking points. And they care only about politics, but they don't know how to wield power, which is hilarious. And give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Trump is not the bad guy here. It's Democrats who deliberately wait and do nothing. And they wait for a better deal, but they're not even negotiating now. And citizenship isn't even on the table for them, even though that's what they're there to do. They're there to protect their constituents, especially dreamers who could have already gotten citizenship if Trump got his wall. Now he's going to get his wall, and who knows what Democrats will do for dreamers. Give me your thoughts below. And I have friends who are dreamers. I want them citizens. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. Hit subscribe.